This is the Shanahan video that is absolutely fantastic. We all know people that suffer from this, but thankfully there's a cure.
Are you or your loved ones suffering from illnesses such as TDS, also known as Trump derangement syndrome?
Ooh.
Do you dismiss or deny the current issues facing our country, such as historic inflation, illegal immigration, corporate corruption, World War III escalations, and the chronic disease epidemic? Are you willing to elect someone who was the least popular vice president in modern history, and who offers no policy or vision for America, simply because your brain keeps telling you anyone but Trump? If so, you might be struggling from TDS. Introducing Independence. Independence allows you the freedom to finally think independently once again. Instead of believing everything you hear from the mainstream media, Independence allows for constructive critical thinking.
I used to hear people on the news say things like,
Donald Trump and the movement he has encouraged are a threat to democracy.
And I instantly believed it.
Any thoughts on the first half of this, Blake? There's so much to unpack here. This is just pure gold.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a brilliant ad. And it's sad that things have turned into this. This is not, I've watched the Democratic Party change so much in the last 20 years. I don't think they would recognize themselves from this day. You could go back, throw this back there 20 years ago. And I think if you saw their policies and what they've turned into, they would never believe it, but they have. And it's like this weird, they've turned into a cult. And all they think about is just hatred for Trump and have no critical thoughts. Right.
With Independence, I now realize the media is run by the Democrat elite, who are a corrupt oligarchy that censors free speech, silences political opponents, supports forever wars, and abandons democracy by anointing its candidates.
Independence may not be for everyone. If you enjoy being lied to about your president's cognitive abilities, support Orwellian totalitarianism, or are excited about communist fiscal policy, Independence may not be right for you. Common side effects of Independence may include an awakening of rational thought, successfully identifying propaganda, freedom of choice, loss of hatred, anti-narcissistic behavior, and love of democracy.
I used to blindly hate whoever my party was running against. I didn't care about facts or policy because I was hopelessly indoctrinated. With Independence, I'm much more interested in policies that uphold democracy, and I truly care about the health of our country and its citizens.
Ask your doctor if Independence is right for you, and enjoy your freedoms once again.
Blake, I mean, this is from Nicole Shanahan, the tech guru. I mean, this is a very well produced, very hard hitting, biting, accurate, important, informative parody commercial that really drives this point home about being independent versus buying the Democrats' BS.
Yeah, no, it's spot on, and every Democrat needs to see this. And it's a shame that it's so hard to reach people and to just kind of reach a breakthrough on common sense and critical thinking. But it's like a TDS. Yeah, husband, mother-in-law both have TDS. I have a lot of people in my family. Some I didn't even get to see when I went back home because they don't even want to like talk to me. In fact, I was given like a directive before I even made it home to Minneapolis. As I was on my way from Milwaukee to Minnesota,
Yeah, I got
a phone call like, please don't. I know you just got back from the RNC. Please don't say anything like in front of the family. Not like I was going to come in like guns blazing, like, oh my God, I was at the RNC. The Democrats are so stupid. I had no plan on doing anything like that. And I have a lot of very opinionated, very smart people in my family. I would love to have that conversation. I enjoy those conversations, but a lot of people don't. And it's amazing how they would rather just shut you down, not have you talk, rather than just have a discussion about the facts. It's a very different than what I knew, 20 years ago with the Democratic Party.
They definitely don't want to talk. And I certainly was at an event somewhat recently with several groups of people and people I know, people I do things with from time to time. And I was pulled aside with one other person, and I was asked, and so was he, when so-and-so gets here, could you two please not get into politics? Could you please make sure that if you're talking about it, you don't include them, Can we just not do that?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, they didn't ask me to ask you, but if you guys could. And I'm like, I don't like the feeling of that. I'm not like this either. Like, you know what? Let me tell you. To them, they feel like the spotlights are on because they can't. It doesn't compute. It doesn't register. They have no comeback for any reality, and then they get angry and like, I don't like that person anymore. Can you not? I had such a bad time because of that person was talking. It's like, did you know?
It's strange because I enjoy those discussions, and you think you'd want to tell people about your superior position, but now they're just so defensive that it's like they know that they have no substance, and so they're just trying to avoid it. They want to sit in their own echo chamber and believe whatever they want, and all of it is just Trump. I saw a coworker the other day wearing, I swear to God, wearing a Kamala shirt. And I asked her, like, is this
That's the only piece of Kamala merch that exists. I've never seen any Kamala or Biden merch, by the way.
Yeah, and I asked her, is that a joke? And I didn't want to give her a hard time, but then but she said, no, this is real. And I didn't want to press her too hard, but just to kind of talk about a few things and say, like, do you really like Kamala, or is it just you hate Trump? And that's exactly what it was. She was, no, well, Trump's an idiot. I'm like, well, he's an idiot. Why is he an idiot? Oh, because he just, talks on and on and on and on and on. I'm like, well, the dude can talk off the cuff for hours. He's a smart guy. Would you rather have Trump or Kamala sitting with like other world leaders, Putin, negotiating?
Oh my God. Could you imagine that?
She's still, I'd still take Kamala. Okay, well, there you go. These people have just lost their minds, and it's the TDS, and there is no logic, there's no critical thought, and they just they just let the media do all the thinking for them, and they think that somehow makes strength in numbers, and they're okay. But yeah, there's a great tweet here from Elon Musk saying, maybe I'm an NPC. No. Having the same opinions as celebrities and major corporations while repeating every media talking point verbatim is what real people do. It's a very different party. It's alarming to have seen how things have changed for the worse. This is not the party of JFK anymore for the Democrats. This is an extreme leftist cult.